Hello, everybody in live internet land, YouTube and Facebook. I always start this by saying I'm not going to be on for very long, and then end up staying on for 20 or 30 minutes answering questions. And I purposefully squeezed myself in to this last minute. Uh, and I have a client I have to be speaking to in 15 minutes. So this time for sure, I will be limiting myself on this video, so it won't be that long. And real quickly on Facebook, I want to, okay, wasn't able to put this in here. Just bear with me 1 second. Okay, achieving goals. This is something a lot of us start to think about when we start wrapping up the year. And I can't believe this year has gone by so incredibly fast. We're already at the end of 2017, and this is usually about the time that we start thinking about, okay, what do we want the next year to be like? What do I want to accomplish? What do I want to do? How do I want it to be different? And it's also sometimes a little sad because we start looking at this year and how quickly it's gone by and realizing maybe we didn't get done everything we wanted to do. We didn't accomplish all that we wanted to do. Our lives don't really look that different than it was the year before, even though we had such high hopes at the beginning of the year. So here we are again. And what are you doing about it? Are you starting to plan again? A bigger question is, what are you doing differently about it? What are you going to do differently in 2019 than you did in past years to make sure that you're changing your life, you're making it look more and more like you want it to? A lot of people, they think of setting goals and achieving them as just checking boxes, on your list. Oh, yep, did that, did that, did that. I find that incredibly unfulfilling, and I've done that. I've done both. I had the list, and I was able to check off everything at at the end of the year, almost everything, if not everything. And what ensued after that was like an emptiness. Like, is that what my life's going to be about every year? That I set some goals, I achieve those goals, and then I check all the boxes, and then I'm supposed to go, yay, this is life. And sometimes I didn't check the boxes. I didn't achieve what I wanted, and then I didn't feel good about that either. So what's going on here? Well, I can say for myself, I would often create goals at the end of one year or maybe the beginning of a year that weren't really my goals. They weren't really serving my values. And if you watch my videos, you hear me talk incessantly about this. But I want to really pose that question uh, to everyone. Why are you not achieving your goals every year? And maybe you're achieving some, and maybe there's some that you're not achieving. What's the difference between those goals, the ones you achieve and the ones you don't? And how are you feeling when you achieve those goals? Are they really bringing you true satisfaction and fulfillment in your life that lasts, not just a 24-hour celebration after achieving a goal, and you're like, yeah, I did it. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, what now? I guess I'll create another list of goals, and I'll go chasing that. And then this is what my life becomes year after year, is just chasing goals and achieving them, but you're not really getting that satisfaction and that fulfillment. I see people doing this all the time, especially people who are really good at this, people who are really good at setting a goal and achieving it. A lot of your self-help, personal development gurus, that's kind of why they've become what they've become, because they're really good at achieving those things. And I mean, that's like their talent. And I can't speak for their well-being or their happiness or how fulfilled they are. So I'm not going to try to say, no, they're really miserable and I'm the one who's happy. No, not at all. What I can tell you though is, from what I've seen of a lot of these gurus, and when I say gurus, I don't want it to sound like they're all from India or anything like that. They're they're American, they're European, they're everywhere. Um, I see what they do in their list, and I know for myself that I cannot live rigidly like that. It's not it's not in me, and it's not in a lot of people. So I take my goals tend to be a little vague. The most important thing about my goals is they're directly connected to my values so that when I'm in the pursuit of achieving them, I'm enjoying it the whole way. It's not like, oh, I have to postpone all gratification until I achieve this goal. I have to live rigidly, or I have to live in a way that is not enjoyable to me until I hit that goal, and then I'm like, oh, I can live now. No, it's like if you're not living it every step of the way and enjoying the process, well, not only does it become really hard to achieve goals, it's like, why would you even want to? Like for a lot of people, I think that's what it is. They're not really connected. Their values are not really connected to their goals. They're just they feel like this is important, or they feel like, I need to own a house, or I need to make seven figures a year, I need to own a sports car, and they go in pursuit of that. And some people will achieve it, and I guarantee you that that's not what makes you happy. I don't care how good you are at achieving that. That alone will not make you happy. But a lot of people are not achieving their goals because they're not really connected to their values, not really connected to the goal. It's a goal they think they should have. It's a goal that they think they should do. And I know this not only from the questions I get from my YouTube followers and Facebook followers. Most of the people I'm coaching, most of my clients who I coach, the problem that they're having is that their highest values, once I elicit their highest values are not, they don't see those qualities within themselves. And if they don't see those qualities within themselves, it means their behavior is not lining up with their values. And so if that's not happening, I mean, it's like it's so clear, it's clear as day when I elicit their values, and then I check in and or do these values cross reference as qualities of who they are. And when they don't, it becomes very obvious to them why they're not getting the satisfaction and fulfillment in life that they want. Now, this doesn't mean that they're sad or depressed. It just means that they know they could be doing so much more. They know they could be so much happier. They know that what they're doing now is just not quite it. So why am I even talking about this? I put videos out 3 times a week. As most of you know, I put out a free webinar about the 3 things wrong, or the 3 problems with most NLP trainings, and what you can do about it, how to overcome it, and one simple solution. And I'm not going to pretend like I don't have any motive here. It's not an ulterior motive, but it's a motive. Yes, I am. I do make an offer at the end of the webinar. It's for something I've never done before. It's a membership program called Life Mastery Gym. And the problem that I was seeing happening was, especially with my videos, my most popular videos have to do with NLP techniques. And when clients come to me, they'll tell me, I did this NLP technique and I solved this problem, but now what? And so what I was seeing is that people were, and I did this too, I geeked out on NLP for years. I just loved NLP. I learned it, practiced it, coached people on it, solved a lot of problems in my life. But I didn't have like an overall vision of where I was going with this, or where my life was going. And so I started looking at all this and thinking to myself, what is the overall vision that I really want for my life? And I started making that happen. This past year was the year where it wasn't just picking off random goals and achieving them. It wasn't just solving certain problems. Is I had a vision and I executed that vision. If any of you are interested, I'll share some of those goals. Um, I doubled the revenue on my business. I wanted to take 2 exotic trips. I did both of that. I went to Cuba, I went to China, I went to Macau, Vietnam, and seemed like there was one other country I missed, Hong Kong. And I also wanted to take my kids on a trip, just me and the kids. I did that. I took them to Cuba, and I wanted to take each of my kids individually on a trip, which we did because I love travel. I feel like I'm at my best when I'm traveling. And so I want to be around my kids when I'm at my best. And so I did all those things. And it wasn't about checking boxes. It was about, wow, like I'm living what I want to live. This is success on my terms, not defined by anybody else. And I did it this year. And so I was actually sitting on my balcony in Hanoi, Vietnam, and thinking to myself, what am I going to do for 2019? And this amazing vision just started coming to me, and I started getting excited. I'm getting excited just thinking about it right now. And I thought to myself, well, I'm gonna start executing this. And why would I keep this to myself? I want to I want to put this out there for others who want to take this journey. And if you're tired of going year after year, not seeing the improvements and the progress that you wish that you want to be having every single year, and this is about achieving goals, and it's about learning NLP, but only learning NLP to the extent that you're solving problems and achieving what you want, and creating the stuff in your life that is really going to fulfill you. Like, not just learning NLP techniques to learn NLP techniques. I have plenty of programs for that. This is going to be about application, real life application of NLP, but it's even bigger than that. I'm not going to restrict myself to just NLP. But we're going to all take this journey together. It's an ongoing program. Um, I had a lot of people come to me and saying, "Look, I don't have time to learn NLP, or I don't have the money to take a training. You know, is there anything you can help me with?" And at the time, I couldn't. Now I can. Now, what is starting January 1st, 2019, is a really inexpensive option, and it will only take you about an hour a week. And if you don't believe you're worth an hour a week to work on yourself, if you don't believe you're worth the small amount of money that this will cost to be a part of this program, it's time to really rethink what you're doing and how you're going about doing it, because I'm pulling out all the stops, and I want to make this available to absolutely everyone. So I think I've gone enough into that. I'm almost out of time. If you want to learn more about it, I put the link to the free webinar. So both Facebook and YouTube, there's a link to the free webinar. If you're not really even interested in the webinar go into more detail about what I'm talking about right now. You can skip past that. Just scroll down a little bit further, and you'll see more information about the program that I'm talking about, and you can sign up right away. The first 100 people to sign up. Oh, and by the way, we've had a lot of signups already, and that inspires me even more. I'm like super, super stoked right now. I don't know. Anyway, other people taking action really inspires me. It inspires me when I take action, but it inspires me when others take action. So we've got a lot of signups already. And once we hit 100, the first 100 people will lock this price in for life. And the price will go up. I will open enrollment again. We're drawing down. We've got one more day left of the first week of enrollment. We got one more week to go after tomorrow. And then I'll close enrollment. I will open it again next year. The price will be higher. And if you're one of the first 100, you lock your price in for life. Yes, that I'm saying. You can mark my words right here. If you're one of the first 100, it will be locked in for life. It will never go up for you. So 10 years from now, if you're still a part of the program, you will still pay the same amount. And that's just my way of rewarding people who jump in and take action and get in on this as early as possible. I see a lot of your questions. I know people are asking, is he reading the questions? Is he reading the comments? I see them here. I don't have time to answer them all right now. Like I said, I wanted to keep this short. In 2 minutes, I have to get on a call with a client. So if the chat questions stay up, sometimes they don't. I haven't figured all this out. If they stay up, I will go through them later and answer your questions. But feel free to repost your question in the comment section. That'll make it easiest for me to get to you and answer your questions. And I want to answer everybody's questions. So go ahead, and we'll see what happens whenever I end the live video. If your comments go away, please repost them in the comment section, and I will get to your question. I will answer it. All right, take care, everybody. If you have any questions, you know how to find me. Email me, leave a comment, and I hope to see all of you in the program. Take care, everybody.